Hello friends, it's Nancy from Astrology and Angel Mediums today with another deck unboxing. This is the Millennial Tarot by Scott Bergman. So this has a deck and guidebook. I think this is a really funny deck. I had the original version of this and I ended up giving it away just because the cards were so large that it was a little too big for me to like actively use, but I thought it was really funny. So as a millennial myself, I was born in 1983. I think it's funny to have a deck like this, and I'm going to show you guys the cards because they're really funny, but it has a really nice box. Before the previous version was just like a tuck box. So this is really nice because it has this really nice magnetic clasp box, and I really like this kind of style where the cards tuck in and you can kind of slide the book in there. So it has a guidebook as well, which is nice. And it doesn't have like the actual pictures of the cards, but it is full color. And I feel like this is such a funny, like light-hearted kind of deck. It's just, I don't know, especially if you're someone that has like grown up on the internet like I have, it's just really funny. Some of the stuff, I'm going to show you guys the cards because they're just really funny. But we have like vibes are wands, feels are cups, thoughts are swords, and then swag is pentacles, which I think is interesting, you know. And if you, again, have kind of grown up and understood some of these terms, you would relate it to those cards or to those suits. It has kind of like a tongue-in-cheek kind of vibe to it. It's really just fun. It's not tarot that's like taking itself too seriously. Now, as someone who loves tarot, I'm not sitting here and saying that like all serious decks or whatever, or decks that are like a little bit more, require a little bit more of like a commitment to understanding them, aren't something that you should invest in. But it's also fun to have something like this where it's just a little bit light, a little bit funny. I do have some decks that just have like a essentially kind of like their own sense of humor. So like it's just very it's a unique take on tarot, modernization of it. So here we have the Millennial, which is the Fool, and then I like how it has like TLDR, like and then it talks about the sitch, real talk, and then kind of like the reverse meaning, and then some hashtags, which I just think is kind of funny. It's almost like poking fun at, you know, internet culture and things like that. And so you'll see some of these cards and their names, and they're just really hilarious to me. So that's the guidebook. It is 136 pages, which is really nice. So let's get into these guys. I should have probably have opened this before I got on here so you guys can watch me struggle trying to open this. Because I'm like, guys, all right, so let's see. I usually try to get all like the packaging off before I even start here, and I did not do that, so my bad. And I'm still struggling to get it open. There it goes. Okay. All right. So here we go. There's no gilding or anything like that. The cards, I feel like, are still pretty big. Here's like a US game size. Here's the Halloween Tarot. I'll pull out one of these cards. But it's still a pretty large card stock. So just keep that in mind. I feel like it was much bigger. They were really, really, really big cards, which was great because you could see all the artwork. But then I also struggled with it because I have really small hands. So here we have the Fool, which has a coffee cup. We have the Magician. So this is the tech visionary. The festival goer, the Etsy queen. I think these are kind of, all right. The patriarchy, the Instagram guru, the Tinderist, van life or the chariot. We have DIY skills for strength, Off the grid for the hermit, the Bitcoin investment, the social justice warrior, the fun employed. That is hilarious. For the hangman, student loans, eco-friendly for temperance, the F-boy, the dumpster fire, those soul cyclists, the ghoster, Insta famous, quarter life crisis, the boozy brunch. All right, so here we go with vibes. This is wands, right? So microdose for the ace of vibes, new career, who this for the two of vibes or two of wands, the first like for the three of wands, went viral for the four, frenemies for the five, the squad goals for six, sorry not sorry for the seven, literally obsessed for the eight, on edge for the nine, burnt out for 10. Now we have the house DJ for the page, the life coach for the knight, the baddie for the queen, and big D energy for the king. Now we have the ace of feels, or sorry, my hand's itchy. This is the ace of cups. So the swipe right, the engagement photos, the couple's costume, binge watching, the ick, throwback for the six of feels. The seven of feels is thirst trap, inner work, blessed, hashtag blessed for the nine, 10 of feels, the fam. All right, so next up we have the page of feels coming out. The knight is the ally, mother's intuition for the queen, and then stay-at-home dad for the king. So for the swords, it's going to be the ace of thoughts, or sorry, the thoughts suit. So we have vision board, TBH, IDK, which is, I think, a perfect representation of the two of swords, actually. Three is too real, which is funny because usually it's like heartache and loss and things like that. Four is self-care. Five is gaslighting. Six is girls trip. Acting shady for seven. The lockdown for eight. Sunday scaries for nine. And then the can't even for the 10 of swords. Now we have the page, which is a teletherapist, the protest organizer for the knight, independent woman for the queen, and then grown-ass man for the king of swords. Now, as we move into the pentacle suit, this is going to be swag. So the ace is a new gig, work-life balance, work besties, pyramid scheme, the furlough, the free giveaway, hustle culture, imposter syndrome, first time homeowner for the 9, generational wealth for the 10, and then we have for the page, personal trainer, the celebrity stylist for the knight, who run the world for the queen, and then sugar daddy. So as you guys can see, if you've kind of been on the internet for some sort of amount of time, especially for us, the elder millennials, we've kind of grown up using some of these terms, kind of seeing them as labels and things like that. You know, different Instagram hashtags that we've used over the years. I'm surprised that there isn't, I don't know, did I see a boss babe? I don't know if I saw a boss babe in here. Maybe there, oh, it's the Etsy queen. I was like, I should have been boss babe. But I just think it's funny it's a funny deck, you know, because again, sometimes I think we take our tarot practices a little too seriously, and maybe we get too like bogged down by like, I have to get it right. I think that this is a fun approach to tarot. And I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed this deck unboxing. I think it's a fun deck. I don't know if I'll keep it in my collection. I don't know if this is the type of deck that I would reach for quite often. And as someone that has entirely too many decks, I really do try to be very intentional about what I keep in my collection. But I think it's fun and an interesting deck for sure. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Please take care, stay safe, and as always, make good choices. Bye.